Hello there guys, I've got in today one of these. This is a 36 volt 21 amp hour e-bike battery. It's not working. When you charge it nothing happens, and when you press this nothing happens. So I thought we'd have a little look and see what the problem might be together. It's a REENTION Dorado type battery, so they're all much of a muchness. You've got 4 screws along the top. I'm sure I've shown these many times before. A little bit cracked there, this case actually. Off goes the screw. That one. That's 2. That's 3. And there's 4. So, why no go? We've got possibly a blown discharge fuse. That looks funny. 10 amp. Why would it only be a 10 amp fuse? That seems weird. Looks a bit odd, doesn't it? Let's try and have a better look at that. It doesn't look blown actually, it just looks like a weird fuse, so fine, okay. Doesn't look that siliconed in, does it? Let's give it a little tab. Oh yeah, it moves. It moves. Should this pull out? The charge port is attached to the bottom of it, so this shouldn't just keep pulling out. Ah, there was a plug. There was a plug. Oh, we've rubbed through here. Got only one place, so could be worse. Let's have a look at the charge port, shall we? On the bottom of this case, it's the same sort of 4 screw situation. Nothing terribly exciting. Get those screws out of that. Oh look, the charge port looks pants. It's all rusty and blown up and shorted out. Even look, charge port shorted out. Huh. Have a look at that. What they've done normally, if I do these, I'm not saying they've done anything horribly wrong, but you know, if I do them, I try and use my pick to point at it. This pin is for the centre of the charge port here, the positive. This pin is for the external part, so the negative. Now, there's also one here which has been chopped off. But normally I'd solder to that one, not this one, precisely because of this, because they're so close. Look, that's certainly done something. You can see the scorch mark on the side of this wire here. If I show you a known good charge port, for example, they come with 3 pins on them here. So that's our positive centre there, and this is the negative one that I've always thought was too close. And I normally go for using this negative one here on the outside, and I'll chop that one off there. So you take your flush cutters and you can just... There you go, if my flush cutters were any good. You can just chop that one off, then you don't use that at all. And you can sort of just bend it away from the positive terminal there. And then only use the that outer one there. That's certainly a problem. I wonder if it's blown the charge fuse. What do we think? I can check that without doing that. It might be why the battery's dead. It might have run out, have no charge. Continuity mode, red cable. It's not blown the fuse, so that should be alright. Oh, I can see custom nickel, which is fun. We like that. And possibly MJ1 cells, I'd imagine, if it's 21 amp hour in this form factor. Looks pretty nice. Shall we try putting a charge to it first? Is that what we should do? I think that's a good idea. Let's give that a go. I'll use the adjustable power supply for this because I like big sparks. Right, so there's the positive on that side, and the negative. You probably can't quite see what I'm doing, can you? I'm not lying, I'm hooking up the adjustable power supply to it. Negative here, bang. No bang. 30 volts isn't enough. Oh, well, up to 42 volts, still nothing. Still nothing on the display up there. Okay. Let's turn this off. The plot thickens. The plot thickens. So why have we got no power coming out of this? Sometimes I've seen shorted USB ports and stuff that can cause that. Let's try disconnecting the USB. Nope. No joy. Interesting. I think we'll have to cut the heat shrink open and have a look. They are MJ1 cells, so 21 amp hour seems quite reasonable. Oh, this is so bizarre. So bizarre. Okay. They've used like a funny ribbon cable for the BMS here, which I'm not against. It just doesn't plug straight into my tester, which is, I don't think it plugs into my tester anyway. It might do, you never know. Which is funny. Okay, so BMS here looks like a BMS, doesn't it? I don't think it's an intelligent BMS per se, it's just, you know, a BMS. It's got no heat sinks, which I don't really like. Negative control only. Yep, all the positive cables don't touch it, which is fine. Sorry, you're not in focus again. So I was just saying no heat sinks, negative controls only, the positive stuff doesn't go through it. Is it letting in and out power? Well, that's just horrific, isn't it? What a way to go on. I hate that. I hate that so much. I think I'll just put this on upside down. That's why I'm done. I don't think there is an upside down or a downside up. Actually, yeah, it just goes on that way. I should be able to pry the whole thing off there. There you go. So reconnect it to the BMS. See if that brings it back to life. If that gives us anything, any indication of power. No power. Right. Okay. With our multimeter then, let's test for voltage. We've got at our positive terminal here and negative terminal here 2 volts. So from there to here we've got 2 volts. From there to the battery input, should be hiding under there, we've got 2.8 volts. That's not enough volts. And the charge port we've got, oh no, 2.1 volts. That may be a problem. Is the pack sort of self-discharged, I wonder? Is that what's causing such an issue for us? That wouldn't be good, would it? If that's what's happened. Gonna touch anything? You're not going to touch anything. I'm going to test right on top of the JSTs here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. No idea why there are 15 cables for it. This is a 48 volt, but put in a... The case certainly says 36 volts. Oh. It looks as though the cells have just dropped far too low. And the whole pack really does have about 3 or 4 volts in it. Blimey. That's not good. That's not good. That's an expensive thing. Right. Okay, rub through just here, but I don't think it caused any harm. Really. Yep, 2.8 volts across the whole pack. That'll be a problem. Thank you very much for watching. There might or might not be 100 of these batteries in existence, quite possibly in the same condition. So, thanks very much for watching, and yeah, bye bye.